The Aftermess.
Here we go. It's time for the Morning Mess Aftermess podcast. Make sure you subscribe, you hit the notifications, you comment, suggestions, comments, concerns. Let us know about it. How you doing, so you guy Joey boy?
What up, it's JD.
And it's Sienna.
And producer Jules.
Last time he got thrown into the fire, we will talk about how our very own Sienna got thrown into the fire in a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she got thrown into the fire just on the spot. Did she do well? We will see. In the meantime, squad, the last time you got thrown into the fire. Now, I will say, when I think Jules came up with the question, JD, I think you guys were out the studio. He gave me a flashback. Again, JD used to be my intern when he was 18, 19 years old, 15 years ago.
Yeah, 19.
He brought up a flashback, what I forgot. And I laughed when you told me I threw you into the fire 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, so we were in the morning show office. I'm gonna try to illustrate it the best I can. Do you guys remember Colby O'Donis?
No.
Down around on what you got.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so Colby O'Donis.
I was talking about what you got, girl. You
Did he have that song with Lady Gaga too?
yeah. You're beautiful.
Keep going.
You know, with Akon.
That's not Lady Gaga.
Send me away. And then he was on Just Dance.
Just Dance. Just Dance. Gonna be alright. Remember, that was the guy on it, Colby O'Donis.
I love this guy.
So he had
no
hits.
idea.
He
He has a
had
Grammy.
hits.
Oh, hey, dog.
Don't sleep on Colby O'Donis. I mean,
Grammy award winning.
he's not around,
Yeah,
but
well,
he.
if I don't know your name,
Yeah,
how
but-
important are you?
How dare you, Colby O'Donis.
What's your name?
So we were in the morning show office, right? And it was me, Joey, his co-host Phila, and Lady Law. And so I was doing anything I could to get hired, man. So I used to wear, flat bill hats all the time. And I used to be able to do a trick where I could flip it on my head. And so, you
He's always trying to impress me.
you were never a part of this conversation.
I'm inputting myself.
Hey, yo.
So
Anyway.
I used to do anything I could to impress anybody too. So Joey goes, "Hey JD, why don't you show him your fucking dance trick or whatever?"
I went, man.
And I'm like, "Oh no. This is like when Colby O'Donis was hella popular."
He was big at the
was
time.
really
I mean, he
big.
had 3 hit records. So he was in studio, right kind of where JD's sitting, and JD's at the door bringing the intern.
Hey, come on in. We got hey Colby, JD wants to show you something. And so I threw my hat down. I'm like, fuck. So I threw the hat down and I missed so bad.
Damn.
And it was dead silent in
Yeah.
the room. And everybody was like, all right. And you know how he gets when shit's awkward in the room. He was just like, well, thanks for stopping.
I know that's one of those things you lay in bed at night, to this day, and
Oh,
your
dude.
stomach just kind of flips upside down. You're like, fuck.
This
I
lady is what I
fucked that
think.
up.
He tries it again right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now,
Well,
try
I have
it.
a
Do
flat
it.
bill.
Do it.
Hold
Well,
I have a
come
flat
on,
bill.
try
Okay.
it. All right, here we
If you're
go.
really that good, you can do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
The face you made trying to catch it too was really funny.
Can you give me one more try?
Yeah.
One more try. Take your time. You're just rushing it.
Yeah.
Just dance.
You're getting all nervous.
Just dance.
Sorry for headphone users because we just screamed into the mic.
Oh,
Got out the first one. Got it on the first try.
15 years later.
15 years later.
Intern JD would be so proud.
Oh, man. I fucked it up back then, man.
I threw him into the fire.
We'll send this to Colby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We're
Where's he
sending
at?
this to Kobe right now.
It was just so embarrassing because there was only 4 of us in the room.
I
It
remember
was
this
bad.
because JD would nail it every single
Every time.
every fucking time. It was similar to this podcast room. There was a window right here.
Yeah.
JD would be flipping his fucking hat and look at this fucking idiot intern over here. I was like, this guy's pretty cool though. God, he nails it every fucking time. So I literally didn't do that to embarrass him. Like, he's gonna nail this. Fucking fails.
fails. And it was like one of those things where we were trying to set up the interview where you guys were. I was going to fucking Cricket or somewhere, a Cricket remote.
Yeah.
And oh, dude, it was so embarrassing.
He nailed
Yeah.
it I was like,
Every
damn,
time.
this guy nails it every fucking. Usually it was to Chris Brown music or something. You were really into Chris Brown. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. That was when Run It was at its
Yeah,
peak.
Run It came out,
Oh,
and he would
nice.
always get his hat nailed it every time. I came in front. That's fucking pretty cool.
And it was just something stupid that Well, I was trying to do anything.
Dang, you choke, JD. Come on.
Big time. Yeah, no, because when you get thrown in the fire, sometimes it's
Yeah.
good and sometimes it's really bad. But I'm just really glad it was Colby O'Donis and not like someone else.
Yeah, you know when I got thrown into the fire, literally about 10 minutes ago, trying to convince sales to get us more endorsements. That was remember that? Remember when that happened?
Remember when that happened?
Oh my God.
10 minutes ago?
It was,
Straight up.
He's like, all right, does anybody want anything to say? I looked around, no one said shit. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, this is what we want. That was thrown in the fire. Thanks a lot, Sienna.
Listen,
Sienna didn't say anything, by the way.
yeah,
word.
I don't have an issue with anything because I don't know how anything fucking works in radio, okay?
Sienna has like 8 endorsements. She's fine.
She's fine.
I'm in my bag, so what am I going to complain about?
Damn.
1 year into this, you know
She's
what I'm
like, I
saying?
have no Joey JD.
and I'm
Flip the
over here.
hair.
I stood up for your ass.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah,
Hey.
producer
Fucking
Jules
10
does it.
toes down for you.
Wifey
Hey.
did.
My money is our money. You know what
Aw.
I mean? It's gonna be spent on you anyway.
Hey, hat again. One time for Jules.
Come on.
One time for
Okay.
Julia.
Hey,
Let's go. Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey, hey.
hey.
Opa!
For love. It's happening. It's gonna happen. Producer Jules, last time you got thrown into the fire.
So alongside with Sienna, I also work for the Diamondbacks part-time, just do some little entertainment stuff. But I think it was 2 seasons ago. I don't know if anyone's been to a Diamondbacks game. In the 5th inning, they do a big Legends race, and there's like 8-foot tall mascots that do
Yes,
a race.
with the big heads.
Yeah. So I was working one day, and there were only 3 people showed up, not the total of 4. And they said, Jules, we need you in the suit. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, of course, I was super excited about it because I love doing shit like that. But, yeah, I put it on. It's like a big backpack type thing. And I ran up and down the hallway a few times, and they were like, you can do it. And I was like, fuck yeah, I can. So there I went. I went out on the field. I was dressed up in the suit.
Who were you?
I was Gracie.
Gracie.
Yeah.
Did you win the race?
I won the race.
Nice.
It was really exciting.
Yeah,
Yes. And
that's
then I
good
got
stuff.
to go meet Gracie.
Yeah.
So
So this all leads to how we set our very own Sienna. They were in the fire. So we were in this room, exact same spot. We were interviewing Marlon Wayans, was in town for 4 nights, I believe, of doing comedies at Stand Up Live. He was also at
Desert Ridge?
Desert Ridge. So I decided, I've done this with a couple co-hosts in the past, of how to break in new people in radio. I decided, I told JD, this is what we're going to do. Sienna had no idea this was going to happen as we were in it. Sienna was sitting where Marlon was,
Yeah, right here.
right there at Marlon with Wayans. And Sienna was over here where were you?
I was in JD's
Yeah,
spot.
JD
she was
spot.
right here. This is a mean thing to do, what you did, by the way.
So
It's a mean thing.
It's not mean because...
It's a mean thing to do.
Do you think it's a mean thing, Sienna?
I mean, I have to get better, but you also were in on it, so I don't know why you're
But it
saying
was a
it's
mean
me.
thing.
Yeah, you're saying I didn't stand up for you. You didn't stand up for me.
I understood the goal.
Okay, then I understood the goal when I'm in my bag.
All I know is that it
Yeah.
was mean. It was a mean thing to do.
It was not
but I
mean, because
agree.
this is going to make Sienna
Whatever.
better. I told JD
Yeah.
we're going to play a joke on Sienna because it was me, Sienna, JD interviewing Marlon Wayans. I said, let's walk out and interview. Let's have Sienna interview Marlon by herself, her not knowing. So we walked out, and we're going to play the interview for you. Now, is the whole thing going to run when we walk out and everything?
yeah.
Everything, right?
Yeah, the whole thing.
So you'll see the joke. And at the very end, we ask Marlon for a grade. How did he grade you as an interviewer? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got to wait to the end. What does Marlon Wayans... Now, here's the thing. Sienna told us, you and your family, your brother, mom, and dad, they even DM'd me. You guys are super fans of Marlon Wayans.
Oh yeah, the Wayans family is
Yeah.
just like huge in our household, especially with my older brother. I grew up watching those movies
Yeah.
and going to friends' house watching movies that I probably shouldn't be watching, but White Chicks, massive.
Yeah.
So I think he was a good person for this to happen to, because I understand how much of an icon he is in pop culture and what he does, but also it's like nothing too crazy where I felt like I was too overwhelmed, because I already was. I was shaking.
Yeah.
I will say there was one point where I showed him I was shaking.
Really?
I was shaking in my boots. Yeah, but I thought we had fun. So there's that.
Okay, so we're going to intro that. Are we talking out of the interview at all, or this is it?
No.
This is it. So let me ask you. What was your grade on Marlon Wayans? Be truthful.
I would give myself.
Not yourself.
Oh, on Marlon.
I love that.
Oh, okay.
What do you give yourself
Yeah.
an interview?
Okay, I would probably say, given the circumstance of just being thrown into the fire, I would say a B-.
B-.
Because I wish if I was known to have done an interview on my own, I think I would have been a little more composed. And I will say, I think I fangirled a little bit, but that just came out naturally of like, okay, I know what your work is. Could we talk about it? And we did.
Did he want to sleep with you? Do you think he gave you the vibes he wanted to sleep with you?
He was very what's the word, like a raunchy with me, but
Really?
He's a comedian.
but he's a comedian. What do we expect? He mentioned my husband Ivan, so he knew that
kinda
it
knew.
was all
It
a
was
joke.
playful.
It was playful. It wasn't anything that was offensive, and I played into it too. So whatever, I'm guilty. But I would say a B- because I really felt like I was able to keep up with the conversation. Because I feel like for me as an interviewer, as I get better at this, I want my interviews to be conversational.
Right.
I don't want it to be like, so you have this album coming out. Okay, what's your favorite
I
color?
hate that.
I want to hear
Yeah.
what they have to say.
Yes,
And that's where I
yes.
want to get better. And I used to watch. I was watching your interviews the night before when you were on previous shows with the Morning Mess to
Oh,
see
really?
your guys' vibe and how you did them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you
so
learn something from? Is that what you learned?
That's what I learned of how it's just conversational. And that's what I've learned being with you guys too.
Yeah.
Interviewing DJ Snake and other people,
Yeah.
Benson Boom. So.
I feel like a lot of interviewers make that mistake. They write their questions down and they stick to their questions when your next question is what they're answering from the last question is.
Yeah,
And that's why it
exactly.
becomes more conversational.
Yeah, because I did learn that in school too. Because I went
Yeah.
to JD's favorite school, Walter Cronkite at ASU.
Trash.
So they did teach us that.
Why are they trash, JD?
Because they denied your boy. I didn't know you
Didn't
needed to have
get
certain
in.
grades,
They kind of have a standard. I don't know. It's one of the best
The
journalism
fuck do you
schools
need
in the
standard
country.
for communications? You're speaking. You need to be smart in other aspects.
I mean, you didn't get in. So.
Damn.
Well, where's Walter Cronkite?
JD
the
gets
ground.
rejected a
With all
lot.
due respect.
Professional sports, Walter Cronkite, me.
You're not going over the two main things though. Like number one, Marlon was given a time limit. I think like 10 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he was on a time limit. Number one.
He definitely wanted
And-
to bang Sienna.
Joey.
Definitely wanted to
Jose.
bang Sienna because if we were interviewing, we would have got 8 minutes with him.
They'd have given us the international sign of wrap it up.
Yes.
And then number two, he does not like talking about White Chicks, the
Yes.
movie. So
Mm-hmm.
we're
They
given these things.
specifically
They
told
said,
us-
do not bring it up. Don't like nothing
Yeah, they don't want to talk about. He does not want to talk about white chicks.
at all.
And you guys talked about white chicks.
We talked about all his projects.
He wanted to bang Sienna so hard.
It's just beautiful
Jesus.
because the innocence of Sienna, the beauty is with her being new at this is that she can just talk to him
Yeah.
out of pure curiosity as a fan. And so that's why I love the idea outside of you being really disrespectful and mean with the whole scenario. I mean, she really got to ask things that she's curious and there's no rules.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the last thing I'll say on that is I want to find the good balance between that because I feel like the adrenaline and I was, shaking and stuff. I hope I didn't come off a little too fangirly. I want to be able to know my stuff and be able to talk about that with whoever the person is, but still be professional. I don't think I was unprofessional, but I want to find that line. You know what I mean? And maybe
Yeah.
maybe you guys, I don't know if you watch it back, you'll notice how maybe I was a little too eager versus maybe pulling back a bit. I don't know. I need to find the line. I need to learn
Yeah.
that. So
So we're gonna play the video for you now. Me and JD haven't seen it, so we're gonna enjoy this interview as well. See little baby sis interviewing her first interview ever solo. When I think back some of mine when I started in radio, I've been in radio almost damn fucking 30 years. Mine were Coolio, B.I.G., Notorious B.I.G.,
It's wild.
Snoop Dogg. So I just love living through you all over again. So ladies and gentlemen, she gave her grade of B-.
B-.
At the end of this, we ask Marlon Wayans, what grade does he give Sienna for her first solo interview ever?
Oh, idea. Or would you want listeners to put their grade for you
Ooh.
in the comments?
Yes, but be
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah. Be nice.
But don't bully me.
No, don't bully her. But you guys should give a grade and I don't know, some listener tips
Yeah.
and
Just
tricks.
Give me feedback.
Be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I like that, Jules.
Drop your feedback in the comments.
Yes, I like that. What grade do you give Sienna in her first solo interview? All right, so no further ado, Aftermath Podcast. This is Sienna's first celebrity solo interview.
And my hair is done. I don't have exotic hair.
What's up, y'all? It's live. It's the Morning Mess. It's Joey Boy.
What up, it's JD?
And it's Sienna.
And we got
It's Marlon.
Marlon Wayans in studio with us. What's up, my guy?
I'm good, man. We out here living. Who's the virgin? What's going on? It's somebody's first time.
Okay. We gonna get right into this. We gonna get.
I smell virgin meat in here. Somebody's first time today.
Well, someone.
Why you sniffing me, dog?
Of course, it's JD.
Of course, it's JD. So, JD, this is what I'm thinking, bro. This is what I'm thinking, right? You've interviewed Marlon before, right?
Yeah.
I have. He's hilarious. So, Sienna's new to the show, right?
CC.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I appreciate
Am I
it.
your first?
Yes, you
It's
are
gonna
my.
be super memorable.
I hope so.
Sienna's
You're like,
a-
this is the best. I peaked. You peaked.
I think. Perfect.
Star fishing.
Yes.
You gonna
Spread
stop-
eagle. You know what I'm
Good.
saying?
Yeah, spread eagle. Okay, well, this is
You
gonna be
out
really.
here- You out here winning. First time. You look at you. First time you getting goated.
Hey, if I'm
Getting that
voted like you.
goat. Go on, gang gang.
JD, this is what I'm thinking. We earned our show. Who was your first interview when you got into radio?
Sean.
What
Sean
was it?
Wayans. Yeah,
was
yeah.
it Sean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's a gentle interview because Sean is actually. I'm a mess. More than mess. I was like, oh, there's a show after me.
This is gonna. I'm so old that my first interview was Coolio back in the days in L.A.
God.
Yeah,
damn.
back.
I'm
Rest
so
in peace.
old that I did a joke about Coolio,
In Good Grief.
and his son wanted to fight me. Well, he didn't want to fight me. He wanted to fight my sons. Oh shit! I see your sons. I'm catching a fade. I'm like, listen,
Dad, what the fuck do I have to do with this?
you know, it's just that. And that's what my son said. Dad, what the hell? I was like, he's gonna have to, put them hands on him. We do Muay Thai every Tuesday.
Yeah,
Come on,
you got to
bro.
ride, slippity slide.
No, but I, the thing is, and I was explaining to the young man, I was like, listen, these are jokes.
Yeah.
I do jokes about my parents. He's like, when you talk about your parents, don't talk about mine. I'm like, there's gonna be in comedy, in rap, in art, in war.
Yes.
There's always casualties.
Yes.
So what I'm never not gonna do is crack my jokes. And if people are offended by jokes, then you didn't understand the reason why I told you the joke. Everything is meant to lighten.
Right.
You're gonna take offense, that's on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on you.
Here's what I'm thinking. Coolio, Sean.
Nah, we got 47 Wayans cousins.
Well, I'm thinking this. Sienna's new to radio. She really hasn't done an interview. She's never done an interview by herself.
I said, you got her all the way
you know
back
what?
there.
Yes.
Okay.
Sienna, you ready? I think you just conduct this interview by yourself. Me and JD will let you do this.
Y'all go, wrong question.
By myself?
Wrong question.
Give us the thumbs up. We're going to be out the studio. This is your first interview. You ready? All right,
My
JD,
heart's
let's go.
pounding.
All right,
Okay.
all right, you sit in my seat.
Okay.
All right, let me get you right. Let me get you right.
Well,
She
okay.
didn't know this was coming, by the way.
I didn't know it was coming either. It's okay.
Here you go.
It's okay.
Okay.
You good?
Hey.
Good?
Hey, Marlon, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
We're talking about virginity. You gonna go easy on me?
Yes.
We're on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go easy on you.
You only have 12,000 people on there? Nothing too crazy?
Right now, it's only 323.
Okay.
So only 323 people know that you're losing your virginity right now
Perfect.
at this moment.
To Marlon Wayans.
Yes.
Hell yes. I'm down.
That's like a
I'm
bucket
shaking.
list.
Look at this. I'm literally shaking.
Well, that you're supposed to shake after.
Hey, yo. You do not hold back.
Booyah!
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. They just threw me through a loop. I have no idea.
But you're good.
Thank you.
Ask things that you always wanted to know. Because
Okay.
some of the questions they probably was going to ask me were probably not going to be as good of the questions that you would ask because
You sure about that?
Yeah, because you probably really take your journalism serious.
I do, but see, I wasn't alive when you started your career, so
God. Damn.
I was born in '96.
You
so
sure wasn't. I was famous.
You were.
I was having threesomes when you was being born.
I was still a
I
thought.
probably had my first me and 4 women when you were born.
Oh my gosh, you were
My
getting
first.
after it.
Oh, yeah, I lived.
I will say though, obviously, I am very familiar with your work because grew up with Scary Movie, which I probably shouldn't be watching.
How old were you when you watched Scary Movie?
I was probably like 7 or 8 though.
Your parents are crazy.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I didn't
guys,
watch it with them. Okay.
I want my kids to watch when someone lets off and a girl hits the ceiling. I want to let my kids see a pee-pee tickle somebody's ear. Your parents, you must be a wild
See,
little
you
crazy
are going
96
into way
baby.
too much detail because my parents would not let me watch that. I had to watch it at a friend's house
Oh,
or
you watched
something.
it by yourself?
Not by myself, but
At
with
7?
friends. Yes,
What
we
kind
were.
of friends
We're
do you
bad.
have?
Their parents didn't give a shit.
At 7? I don't think you curse. Can she curse?
I don't know. Can I curse?
You can edit it out.
Okay, cool. We can bleep it. It's fine. We have technology.
Well, I'm sitting here saying pee-pee. See, now, you take notice. See?
You're media trained.
I think, right. So you have to ask yourself, is this live? Is this to tape? If it's to tape, I have some creative license. But if you're live, you can't let yourself ever make that mistake.
That's true.
So I didn't know if we were live.
Yeah, I will say we do our podcast in here, so I think I'm in podcast mode and we're able to like cuss and talk crazy. So that's my bad. I apologize to you.
Movie.
Watch Scary Movie, White Chicks, you know.
White Chicks is decent. The only part of White Chicks
Don't disrespect yourself like that.
No, meaning it was a decent movie. There's only like one scene where it's like where they're slapping dildos on their face.
Yeah,
but other than that, like there was no sperm that ejaculates you and shoots you all the way to the ceiling.
Yeah, and you're over here saying I can't say the S word.
Well, now you told me it's the tape. I'm like, fuck it.
Screw it, right?
You know what I'm saying? Now you're like, screw it. Now you want to be radio friendly.
No, but I will say, I think I've seen you say that you were 6 hours in makeup, right, in White Chicks? And you hated being a white girl?
Yeah.
What's the best thing about being a white girl? Like the privilege, maybe?
Nothing.
Nothing?
The privilege is awesome. But, you know, I'd give up the privilege because I don't, it's the shoes.
You're telling me.
Women, y'all ain't got to do that. Listen, why make your feet ugly? You could wear sneakers. You could keep the sneakers on while we do it. I don't give a fuck about your shoes. Y'all do that for other women. And then you wonder why you got bunions and corns and your feet are messed up and you always take your shoes off and your bottom of your feet are black like porn stars on the sets.
Yes, sure.
Don't wear shoes. Men don't care about shoes. We don't care. We don't care about panties. These cute little panties you wear.
What?
Mama
Really?
drawers are fine. Those come off really easy, mama drawers.
Have you ever done like edible panties or anything like that?
This is too much.
No, you don't want to do all that work?
I don't want to eat the panties. I want to eat the...
You just want to tear them off?
Yeah, get this out of here. That's what's edible.
You said screw the appetizer, going straight for the full
I'm going
course.
straight for the meal.
Yeah, perhaps a salad, perhaps not, you know, White Chicks quote.
I mean, we may do a salad. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, a little dressing, dressing, you know what I'm saying?
If I'm having salad, I'm eat the raw vegetables, you know what I'm saying? I may scoop down, scoop back up.
Oh my gosh, this
You know
is taking a
what I mean?
turn.
Nothing wrong with a little salad, you know what I mean?
Oh, we're having
You know what I'm
fun.
saying? Oh, salad.
Chris Disney knows what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm saying? You be salad. You like salads?
Yeah, I love a good Caesar
You
salad.
be tossing?
I'd be tossing.
You be tossing salad.
Oh my gosh, this definitely took a turn. Can we take it down a notch a little bit? Maybe I don't know.
You started
I
this
really
shit.
did. I know. Maybe I'm
Look at
fangirling a
this.
little
You
bit.
crazy.
I'm nervous. Do you not see how I'm rambling? I'm just like White Chicks, Scary Movie, Little Man. I don't just your whole friggin' all your movies. I'm knocking over the frickin' mic. What am I doing here?
Did you have coffee this morning?
I didn't. I don't drink coffee. I don't like it. I'm just nervous. I'm telling you,
Thank
Marlon.
God
I'm
I
shaking.
had whiskey because I'm actually 2 steps back. I'm just like, yeah, you know, little young buck.
Did you bring any to share? Cause
Can you
damn.
pass me my gallon of my beer?
Okay.
We can have a beer.
Okay. I'm gonna take it down a notch here. I do want
Are
to.
you married?
I am married.
That's crazy.
Why is that
What are
crazy?
you?
What do you mean? What am I?
What's your ethnicity?
I am Mexican.
Y'all get
Hispanic.
married young. Damn, y'all
I
start families young.
haven't popped out any babies yet though.
96 with 24. Are you 18?
Am I 18?
No, you're like 26.
Your math is kind of off. I'm 27. I'll be 28 next month.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got it engaged 24. Got married 25. Yeah. Do you think I shouldn't have done that? What do you mean? How is it? I love it. My husband's a good guy, so I feel like I have nothing to worry about.
If you find a good
Yet.
one, you better nab his ass and keep him. Because what happens is it's always the girl that breaks his heart that turns the good boy into a bad boy.
And you see, there was a girl that broke his heart, and he still
you
was a
can't-
good boy.
Yeah, but see, you slipped in.
Slid
and
in.
you came in with the right energy. So he's grateful to you for rescuing him. You take care of that man's heart.
I will, and I have to have.
Better not fuck around with him.
Okay, I'm getting it from you. I
Don't
will.
fuck his best friend.
You hear that, Ivan? I will definitely not.
Don't
But
fuck his uncle, even though he's sexy for his old age. Don't do this.
I need to know if my marriage is cursed though, because the way I met my husband was because, gosh, I hate saying this. It's really petty. It was
It's
stupid.
weird. Wow.
It was stupid 20-year-old stuff. So I was really good friends with my friends at the time, and we both liked him. However, obviously he picked me, and I hate saying it that way. But do you think my marriage is cursed because I picked like a man over my friends?
No,
But
I think your marriage would be forever if you both liked him. And he was like, so we both fucked him. And
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
chose
only
me
one did, but
afterward because he was like, I just like your vibes better.
I think I was. That's what I was doing. All the vibes, you know?
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if he had the threesome and it was like, yo, I'm gonna pick her. I think that's the way you should choose marriage. You should put
okay.
5 people at one time, and then like be like, that's the one for me. Because then you know the chemistry.
Do you think you have a reality show on your hands with that? Because we have the Love Islands of the world.
I'm
So
not
just
gonna
get people in
I
a
ain't
room.
gonna produce that shit.
You don't want to, or you do?
Nah,
You're cracking open a beer right now. Oh my gosh. What is that?
it's not for 27-year-olds.
I'm like, I've never even seen that. Is that what's your like go-to? Like
It's a
like
beer.
beer or like hard liquor?
I prefer like a whiskey. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm smoking a cigar, I have a cigar company, Liga Tridente.
Oh, nice.
So if I'm smoking a cigar, I like a whiskey or I like an old fashioned. If I'm just hanging out in a club, give me some Don Julio 1942. You know, I like tequila. You know,
Ooh, tequila. Hell yeah.
If I just want to chill and like read, maybe a vodka.
What are you doing pre-show? Do you drink before your shows?
Nope.
No? You have
'Cause
to
I
like
get
stay.
weird.
You get weird.
I like to be sober when I'm doing.
Okay.
I just was at this radio show and my friend John wanted me to have some of his bourbon, and I was like, "What's that?" He was like, "It's beer," and I was like, "I want to try that." So he gave me that. But otherwise, I don't like to drink and work. I don't like to do anything in work. When I work, I like to work. Now after work, I may have some cocktails.
Was that a lesson you learned, or has that been you from the start?
I don't want no excuses for being funny. I just want to be funny because I choose to be funny.
Okay.
I want to have so drunk and high thoughts when I'm sober, but still know how to manage those thoughts, but
Right.
allow myself to go into that frequency as if I was drunk or if I was high or as if I had a substance, that I could be that free.
Right.
Because when it comes to creating, I like to create in complete sobriety. It's when I'm coming down from the high and the dopamine of the stage and the audience, that's when I need a drink.
Yeah, and with that, so we are gonna take it down a notch. I've come down. I'm not shaking too
Yeah, I
much.
see
We're
it.
good.
I know
We're
you're-
good.
you're-
We eased into
Poor Ivan's
it.
like, well, she don't shake like that with me.
Or do I? Who knows? I don't know. But I will say
I don't have to work as hard.
Oh my gosh, Marlon. So your special good grief. I think my question is with that. You're saying you want to be in the right state of mind. Like, how do you turn comedy into, or I would say like almost tragedy, because I know you've been very open about losing your parents, and using that, you kind of feel that for your special, right? So how do you take comedy and turn, or I keep messing that up, sorry, tragedy into comedy and like feeling it that way? Does that make sense?
For me, it's easy. I think I've been through the phase. I've been telling jokes for 52 years.
Right.
I've been making people laugh for 52 years. Professionally, I've been making people laugh for 33 years. I've been writing movies for 33 years. I've been producing movies for 33 years. I've been doing stand-up now for 13 years. Over the course of all those different skill sets that I've acquired, now when it comes to going, all right, what's funny about the thing that hurts me most? I think that's when you become special.
Yeah.
Because then you're becoming not just a comedian, but you're also becoming a healer. You're delivering something more than just jokes. Smiles are more permanent than laughs. I want to infect you with goodness, good times, something that you feel good. When you leave my shows, you feel good. Like, oh man, I got something more than just some laughs. The laughs is the entertainment. I leave a little healing and a little lesson. And I feel like that's when you become a really masterful storyteller. Like, these are my best years. And it's easy for me to go, how do I make something tragic hilarious?
Right,
Because the first thing that happens to comedians, or for me, something hurts me, I go, what's funny about this? And I extract what's funny, and then I take the rest of it and I throw it away. I lock it away somewhere deep in my heart. And I don't access that until I'm doing a drama.
Okay.
And then it's just like, hey, man, remember all the stuff you made fun of? Hey, I'm gonna need to tap in, and I'm gonna need to access that. And then you let it out. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like a demon being released. And it's sometimes like when I'm doing a drama, my director has to come over and hug me and relax me or calm me down or grab me by my shoulder and go, it's okay, because I gave myself and I gave the vulnerability. And now that I explored that, I'm dealing with the pain of it.
Yeah.
And it's great for drama, but with comedy, I just go, what's funny about it?
Yeah. Would you say this is probably the most fulfilling part of your career, considering that you are doing that, but also there's people in the audience that are healing with you?
Absolutely.
When they walk away, they're probably going, maybe, hopefully, or not
Absolutely.
hopefully, but maybe they're going through something similar to you.
That's how I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
My last 3 specials, I feel like, and this new one I'm working on, I feel like I'm in a zone. It takes time. Some people take more time or less time. For me, after 13 years of doing this, it's like Keanu in The Matrix. I see all these numbers, but I also know how to sequence each number and each thought and create these formulas and put it into stories. I know my next 3 specials.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not talking about this special. I've been doing a special, averaging probably a special every year and a half.
Wow.
And for the last 5-7 years, I did Wokish 8 years ago. Every year after that, every year and a half, I got a new special, which means that in 3 to 4 months, I'm writing and producing and coming up with a really great set that I tour for 4 months or 5 months. And then I film a special. And then I edit it. And then I got to write a brand new special. That's a very, it's like a prolific place to be. And
Yeah.
I've been training myself. I told my brothers I was going to do this. And they thought I was crazy. And I was like, no, I see it. I know I can do this. And my brother Damon, Keenan and Sean was like, yo, you stupid. You can't do that. And Keenan was like, that don't make no sense. That's not a special. It's a regular. And Damon was like, that's going to be some bad material you do. And I was sitting in there, and we was in Mykonos, and I was mad in a Sprinter van because they didn't get my point of view. And then Damon left the van with Sean and them, and he came back and goes, hey, ugly. That's his nickname for me. He said, if you feel like that's what you could do, then show us.
Right.
And I said, all right.
And here you
I
are.
will. And when I say show you, I show you with love. I want to show you that you can do it too. Because part of it is, right, being the baby brother, I've had trailblazers ahead of me. But now I want to trailblaze a new path. And I want my brothers to be like, hey, yo, let's try it this way. And then the other brother goes, all right, that got us here. And then let's try it that way. And then collectively go, that's the way to go. But I think you can't just be a follower.
Right.
You have to be a leader. Even if you come up under giants, you can't be afraid to be a giant yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that kind of hard with your whole family being in the industry and then coming up through that? Do you think it's more helpful, or was it a little helpful?
I'm
Okay,
the
nothing more
luckiest-
than helpful. Gotcha.
Luckiest little boy alive.
Yeah.
Imagine how lucky I am. Imagine that you grow up in the house. Everybody you wanted to be like, they're in the next bed. They're in the next room. They're your brother or your sister. Like, I grew up in a house with legends.
Right.
And they introduced me to other legends. I knew Eddie Murphy since I was 8 years old.
Flex.
I know Robert Townsend since I was like 5. I know John Witherspoon since I was 11. I've known Jim Carrey since I was 15. David Allen Greer since I was 12. Do you understand? Martin Lawrence since I was like 15.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, 11. Dave Chappelle, 15. Do you understand how lucky I am? Richard Pryor, I met him. I know I'm going to be great. Why? Because I have a legendary family that raised me, a legendary village that raised me, and I've only known greatness.
Yeah.
So I know what the formula is. I know what it takes to be great. I know the work ethic involved. People think I'm crazy for how I'm working. Do I have to work this hard? Fuck no. But in order to be great where I'm going, yeah, you do. I'm going to be special. The skill set that I have, the skill set that I acquire every time I hit a stage, I don't want a weekend off. I want to work. I want to work. Why? Because after I got this special down, I need to start working on the next special.
Yeah. And I really respect that because you're already at a huge point. You are an icon in pop culture. So you're already there. It's only up from here. But you even
33 years and I haven't peaked yet.
and you're not
understand?
slowing down
My
either.
best moment, because I'm preparing
Yeah.
for superstardom. My best moment is right around the corner. Mm-hmm. And I feel it. It takes time. I couldn't say it before because I knew I was working towards something. I was acquiring this skill set and acquiring this knowledge. And now it all comes together and you see it and you go, I have to own it.
Yeah.
If you don't own your greatness, you can't be great. You can't be shy about being great. This is what I do. When you get the skill set and you know you nice, I know I'm nice.
Are you kind of scared of cancel culture in this
No.
day and age? No? You're just going to let it ride?
Fuck them. I cancel the culture. I'm
Hey,
gonna
there
say
it
what
is.
the fuck I say. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck what nobody thinks or what they. If you don't like it, walk out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't listen. Yeah.
Individuals cancel you, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna cancel you." All right, so that means for a comedian, if you cancel me, that means I lost a sensitive ass person. Get the fuck out of my show.
Okay.
I want real people in here that really want to laugh, that really want to enjoy, that really want to explore, that really want to laugh at our differences, that really want to explore their own pain, that really want to heal and feel good. And
Yeah.
if you're too pussy to take a joke, get the fuck out of my show. And I'm not apologizing. If I lost you, I ain't gonna miss you. You
Yeah.
was never my fan in the first place.
I love it.
But you can't watch movies like White Chicks, Don't Be a Menace, Scary Movie, Scary Movie 2, Haunted House. You can't watch 50 Shades of Black. All the crazy shit I've done. You know what it is.
Yeah. You know what you're
Now
getting.
you show up
Yeah.
and you shut up or take your sensitive ass on and I ain't gonna miss you. The world really wants to be bold again. We all want to laugh again. We
Yeah.
all want to enjoy life. We all want to make fun of each other's differences again. We all want to get back to this non-sensitive place, to the world before social media. My son went and got a cell phone, a regular cell phone. He don't want an iPhone. He don't want Instagram. He don't want an app. My son was like, no, Dad, I want what y'all used to have.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, and I'm like, nah, I need to see your face. I need you on FaceTime. How am I going to hit you on the gram? And he's like detached because he just wants to enjoy life. And I get it.
Well, I couldn't say it any better. You can't cancel Marlon Wayans.
Yes, and you did.
You cannot
for
do
first
it.
time, you was good. A little tight, but you know, that's the expected with a version.
You know, it's expected. Now, I do have a favor to ask before we go. Can we please give our, please?
Yes.
You're going to say yes before I ask? Yes, I'll take that as a yes. Could we give our best Weza into the camera? Please.
Yeah, that's a no.
Come on.
That's like asking Gary Coleman, hey, can you please do me a favor? Can you say what you talking about, Willis? You know, I asked this nigga to say that until he died. Gary was a friend. We were like, come on, say it one time.
So you know
And
what
he'd
I'm
be like,
feeling. You know exactly what I'm feeling.
Yes,
It's my
so
first
I'm not gonna
time.
give it to you. In honor of Gary Coleman,
Okay.
my dear friend,
I don't
who
have
never
a-
said what you talking about, Willis.
Well, okay.
When you say that to me, ask me that question again.
Can we please do our best Weza into the camera?
What you talking about, Willis?
Dang it, I was ready to go, Weza! All right, well, thank you so much for being in. Thank you for being my first time, Marlon Wayans.
Remember, who took your virginity? I did.
He did.
And y'all watched it, so I want to hear, you know, he did this and I ain't do shit. I just answered some questions.
All right. Do we want to bring them back in? All right.
There we go.
I think
There we go.
I think we managed. I think we managed.
No, you stay right there.
Okay,
No,
you want me to
rush.
stay right here?
Watch a gangbang from the back. You're like, that's fucking great. Hey, babe, you wipe the cheese off her. That's so fucking good. Oh, my God. Can you do it again, but
gosh.
in a different hole?
Oh, gosh.
We went to breakfast, man. We went to Costco. It was awesome.
We were chopping it up. I don't know what you want from me.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Once she got rid of the nerves, she was good.
She was good.
I
Are
was
you drinking a
shaking.
beer?
Were you?
Yeah.
My
I
man.
had to. She was giving me anxiety.
I was bouncing off the
Welcome
walls.
to our life. How you feel, Sienna?
Good. The adrenaline's rushing through my entire
Yeah,
body,
I know
but
you've been a fan of him, so that's pretty cool.
yeah, I know. I was just fangirling, but it's okay. We got to the good questions as well.
What we usually do on the show, do we do the grade? Like 1
I
to
think we
10
do a
grade?
high-low. Ask Marlon to do a
Yeah.
high-low.
What? No, the
High-low.
grade. What
Oh,
is
the grade. Oh,
what
yeah,
grade do
grade,
you
yeah.
give her as an interviewer?
Just tell them where we're gonna be this weekend. Just type that. Yeah.
What do you give her the grade? A, B, C, minus D? What are we giving her?
Okay, I would say. I mean, you guys understand it's the first time, so I'm also gonna grade on a curve.
Okay.
The nerves is something we all have to conquer.
Right.
And I think halfway through the interview, you learn that the nerves are actually energy that God gives you. And then when you can take those nerves and you can control them, that it becomes excitement. So it goes from nervous, which is, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. That's nervous. But when you go, okay, and you're in this seat and you start asking questions, you start engaging, then you're like, oh, I feel comfortable. I know what I'm doing. So now I'm excited. Always be excited. Don't be nervous. Excitement comes from a place of confidence. Nerves come from a place of insecurity. But I thought that your questions was good questions, and I thought that you have a really engaging personality, and you're funny, and you don't take things too serious, and you're quick. And I give you an A minus because I want you to work towards something.
I will take an A minus.
How's she gonna work towards something? It's an
I just
A.
feel bad for your husband because all these niggas gonna want you. Imagine when Usher's here with his abs. He's gonna, or Chris Brown doing his pictures.
Oh, to take you down, this.
We know where I'll be at 7 o'clock on the dot.
Man, thank you so much for blessing us.
Hey man, great times.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And
I
round of applause
appreciate
one more
it.
time for Sienna, man. Go, girl. We're so proud of you. Go, Sienna.
The Aftermess.